To Catch a Thief is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Paramount. It can be found as part of their Paramount Presents line, available at your online retailers. I've been a longtime fan of Alfred Hitchcock, and To Catch a Thief is easily one of my top 3 of his filmography. Admittedly, this is in no small part to Grace Kelly, who is absolutely one of the all-time most beautiful women in film. Cary Grant is great as always, add in the setting and of course the plot, and that combination makes for a nearly flawless Hitchcock film. I could go on at length about how much I enjoyed the movie, and it's a high recommend for those looking for more Hitchcock to add to your own film watching experience. To Catch a Thief on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has an aspect ratio of 1:85:1 with native 4K resolution, and it supports both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision transfer. Undergoing a restoration, To Catch a Thief on 4K is a rather solid effort that gets more right than it does wrong in regard to the transfer. One already has to go into this with a little bit of trepidation given this is a Paramount release. Let's just say their history of catalog releases has been spotty at best. Given the high esteem that the film has, one would think that the extra attention to making sure the 4K presentation turned out just right would be a high priority. For the most part, this does appear to be the case, though not without a caveat or two. Firstly, the source itself looks in very good shape with only an occasional blemish or two in the image, nothing too egregious. The quality of the picture is fairly consistent, though some scene dissolves and optical shots do reveal some weaknesses overall. Paramount's typical disc encoding isn't the strongest here, and bitrates generally hovered in the mid-50s or slightly higher. As for film grain, it's largely intact, though astute observers may see a few scenes of management applied. It's certainly not a blanket application by any means, as what seemed to be the case on the last Blu-ray release from Paramount, but those sensitive to it will no doubt spot it easily enough when it appears. The bump in 4K resolution certainly gives details an appreciable boost. Textures look generally great, especially in close-ups. Image clarity as a whole is noteworthy here, as the 4K allows for more refined appearance visually. With this being a Vista Vision film, of course having Dolby Vision is going to really bring out those Oscar-winning vistas and landscapes of the French Riviera beautifully. In fact, at times the palette is downright breathtaking. Primaries are striking across the board, skin tones look great, and whites show excellent stability. One of the shortcomings of the previous Blu-ray edition from Paramount was the general unevenness in black levels, night scenes in particular. I found this largely rectified here on the 4K, as those scenes were properly deep with no issues. Shadow detail is also firmly on point. Artifacts in dark scenes were largely visible on the previous Blu-ray and are not as evident here, despite the bitrates not being the strongest on the 4K disc. To Catch a Thief on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a Dolby True HD 5.1 audio mix, as well as several international options. Unfortunately, it looks like audio purists are once again out of luck, as only the remixed Dolby True HD 5.1 has ported over from the previous Paramount Presents version. If the original audio tracks had somehow been included, this might have been a definitive version of the film on home media. As it stands, the 5.1 is generally good and well presented. Surround activity is very minimal, only bits of score and occasional pop of fireworks can be heard in the surrounds, but the bulk of the film's sound design is clearly front-focused. Dialogue is clear through the center with no issues, and in-film action is also nicely presented. There were no source problems found in the track itself, and it comes across clean. I believe most, if not all, of the extras included on this 4K are ported over from the previous Paramount Presents Blu-ray edition. There are featurettes, including one with Leonard Maltin, a brief making-of, a sit-down with the Hitchcocks featuring Alfred Hitchcock's daughter, and some additional bonus materials. There is also an audio commentary from Hitchcock film historian Dr. Drew Casper, who is very knowledgeable about the director and the film itself in the brief segments I listened to. For the picture quality, I'm going to give To Catch a Thief on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A-. While I wouldn't necessarily say this is the end-all be-all of the film on physical media, I do believe it is a significant improvement over the previous Blu-ray version. Yes, there are still imperfections, but overall I feel this is the version to get if you're a fan of the film. For the audio, I scored it a B. The Dolby True HD 5.1 is not a terribly exciting audio experience, but considering the age and the source elements available, it does sound pretty good. It is a shame that the original audio tracks were not included, but what we have here is still serviceable in its own right. For the extras, I graded them a B+. There is a good amount of bonus materials included with this release, and I do feel that once again, taking the age of the film into consideration, I do think there is a healthy amount for fans to dive into. If you're a Hitchcock fan, there is some good stuff here. So that is my review of To Catch a Thief on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from Paramount. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave a direct Amazon link in the comment section, but if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guide 365. I will see you at the movies.